God bless everyone. Minister Hagar, Prophetess Hagar, Equal Army Ministries. So, I just got done filming a video not too long ago. And it was just bear with me. I'm trying to keep track of all this. So, the video I was sharing a double word, meaning two different words. They're both about the double portion regarding the prophetic two waves. Okay, so that's 222. Then, directly after I get done filming that, I'm reminded that as I'm, sharing that prophetic message regarding the double portion, and I'm giving two words that Joseph in the Bible was the servant of God or the prophet of God, whatever you want to call him, the messenger of God. He actually was the one in the Bible that received the double portion. Okay. And so I'm like, oh yeah, that's so true. That's, and then I was like, obviously that's so, you know, specific to the time we're in and what role we're playing. And so I want to first open up the video, and I kind of got his screen name or handle covered up because, I don't know if he wants his handle to be publicized like that. But I'm not sure if this is a brother or a sister. I think it's a brother. But over here in the Discord group, while I was putting together my first double portion video, I happened to go over to Discord and I was like, oh, let me check something. And when I went over there, he or she, forgive me if you're not a he, but they had just posted this article about Joseph. And it was obviously, as you can see, that some vandals tried to vandalize Joseph's tomb, but the Israeli, military and officials and I guess archaeologists or whoever, they have already restored it from whatever damage that was done. So even in that, I just hear and I see the theme of restoration, okay? So double portion is being highlighted because Joseph is the one who received the double portion, and I just gave those two words regarding double portion and the double waves. And so I was really blown away that this person had just literally posted while I was uploading my video. I went over here and he posted something about Joseph's tomb being restored in a rare. So this is a rare situation, daytime operation where they were like, we got to get this restored and fixed up from, the people that tried to vandalize it and damage it. And then I'll just share what this person wrote. At the bottom, they're saying, anyone else see any prophetic implications here? We are the Josephs of our generation. And so that kind of circles me back around and brings me back around to my original premise and point that I was making, because the double portion that I was sharing in this word had got me kind of thinking on the subject matter of Joseph. And so here's the first video, and the video you're listening to right now is actually the second video. So I got a double whammy, if that makes sense, because in the first video, it was two different words. And guys, if you don't know, even if you read that dream over in Discord, watch the video because there's actually a second word and message in that video regarding the markets and crypto. But anyway, so there's two messages or words in that video. And then I have a second video that also is going to be containing two messages or two words regarding the double portion. So it's kind of like two sets of two, a double. I don't know if that has any implication as far as is the Holy Spirit saying it won't just be a double portion, but double upon double. I'm not sure yet. Or I don't know if he's just having, that I'm doing a second video, just magnifying this idea and principle of double portion with two videos, each containing two words regarding the double portion. I don't know. I just know it's really cool and it's encouraging. So, as far as this video, the first message and word is obviously bringing up Joseph during the time of famine. And this confirmation is how he was the one that received the double portion. And as we know, a lot of the things that are approaching and honestly have already began and started is that we're in a time of famine, scarcity, inflation, food shortages, stuff like that. And obviously it's going to progress and, grow and get much worse as time goes on. However, in that time of great trouble and famine, there was a messenger sent who had been given a double portion. And if we just go over here, we're gonna go over here to look at the Bible verse where it tells Joseph when he first received that double portion. And I'll give you guys I bet you can't guess what verse it's inside of in the Bible. Actually, I'll give you two guesses since we're talking about twos and doubles. I'll give you two guesses on which verse that Joseph receives his double portion in. You guessed it, the 22nd verse. Genesis chapter 48, verse 22. So we're just stacking these twos and 22s all over the place today, I guess. I guess that's what the Lord wanted to encourage us in. But I'm just going to read through the verse very quickly, and it's saying, moreover, I have given to you rather than to your brothers one mountain slope that I took from the hand of the Amorites. I'll actually read another translation that's a little bit better than that. So it's just saying, then Israel said to Joseph, so this is when Jacob was first blessing, when he was leaving his inheritance because he was approaching death. So he was blessing his different sons and giving out, their different inheritances. And it's saying, then Israel said to Joseph, or Jacob said to Joseph, look, I am about to die, but God will be with you and bring you back to the land of your fathers. Verse 22. And to you, speaking of Joseph, as one who is above your brothers, I give the ridge of the land that I took from the Amorites. And other translations, obviously, okay, King James, surprise, surprise, has a little bit better in this situation. We're saying, moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren. And then above that, and to you as one who is above your brothers, I give. So it's obviously saying he received a double portion of inheritance, meaning that all of the brothers or sons got, inheritance or land. But when it came to Joseph, he gave Joseph an additional plot of land or mountainous region of land or area. And so he received double. And that is the double portion of Joseph that's being highlighted. Now, that was the first word or confirmation I had to share regarding Joseph and double portion. And now we're going to move on to the second part of this word or message, in that I realized after talking about all these waves that earlier this morning, I actually listened to someone share a dream or vision that they had from last year regarding massive waves. And it's a very interesting take and a very unique take on the whole wave situation. So, guys, for all intents and purposes, this is not about the person who's sharing the dream. This is not about their subject matter of what they're explaining or, or mentioning.
So I have a
This is solely just about the message that I'm bringing in this video, which is the Holy Spirit tied all these elements together for me. And so in this video from Troy Black, he is sharing another person's dream or vision that they had last year regarding waves, which I actually coincidentally and by happenstance, I wasn't searching this topic or these people or anything. I happened to come across through other means just this video, and I happened to listen to it, and it was a dream being shared about waves. And so listen to this dream or vision he shares, and it's very cool and interesting. Hope I can find the right place.
all that being said, y'all, just know I need grace just like anyone else. So if there's something I say in this, that was like a very
Hold on. I lost my place.
an experience I had with the Holy Spirit that was extremely cool that actually had to do with one of Marcus's videos. So this was probably over a year ago. I don't know, maybe half a year ago. I'm not exactly sure the timeline. But I sat down and I watched one of his videos. I was kind of unaware of who he was, and I had seen his stuff pop up a few times. And I clicked on this video, and Marcus was sharing a vision he had received from the Lord about. I don't remember the whole scenario and the whole word that he shared, but the imagery was there was a large city, like a big large city, and there were these huge waves coming in and that were going to hit the city. And so it's kind of a negative thing on the horizon, negative thing coming up. And then he shared specifically how what he could see kind of zoomed in, and he could see on top of the waves, there were people like surfing, I believe, if I'm not saying it wrong, I believe there were people surfing on top of the waves. So they were riding on the waves. That was like a very positive message in the view of a negative situation, saying that believers, those that were riding the waves of the Holy Spirit, were going to be riding on top of this situation. They were not going to be overcome by it. And so I had watched.
Okay, guys. So hopefully you were able to hear that okay. And so if you heard, the vision that he was sharing was that someone had a vision from a year ago that these massive waves were approaching a large city. And symbolically, the large city just means the world in general. The cities and the systems of the world. And so we have these huge incoming waves, which unfortunately do represent destruction, right? Chaos, instability, lack, all of the same elements that we find with Joseph during obviously a time of great famine, things like that, the plagues upon Egypt, so to speak, these destructive seasons or time periods that are approaching the world, which would be the city. And so as the waves are coming in to the city, waves of destruction or instability, whatever you want to call it, you have these surfers riding on the waves, okay? And so I thought this was an extremely interesting and different take or perspective regarding the waves, in that we do know that there is, bad times coming for the world and in the world, right? There's dark times, just as it was with Joseph in Egypt with the famine. We do know that these crashes and financial collapses and shortages and everything like that are coming. However, what his vision was saying is that not only are we not going to be overtaken by, this trouble, and we're going to be prepared and set up for it, obviously, just as Joseph was, but that also we were actually using the waves of these events, these destructions or collapses or crashes or whatever you want to call it. We were actually using them to the benefit of the kingdom, and we were actually riding these waves, right? And using them to the momentum of these situations to our advantages. And I just thought that was so cool, with us being pictured as surfers, catching and riding these waves. So that was actually the second confirmation word or message, whatever you want to call it, in combination with the whole Joseph confirmation regarding the double portion. So that is my second video for today regarding another 2 words regarding the double portion and the 2 waves. I hope this message finds everyone well and everyone is blessed and encouraged, especially in the, middle of the week. Some people call it, hump day, I guess, or in the middle of the week. But God bless everyone, and I will speak to you guys next time. Bye.